Hey, this is Amy with Flower Moxie, and I'm going to be building this arrangement a little bit differently. I have a big pin frog, and it's going to be a little bit more minimalistic, more airy, less product. This is traditionally what my brides like, as far as like when I see images on Pinterest, when I'm doing weddings, they want things really full and overflowing. And so we have a video earlier we did today doing this small compote. It's where you green everything out and then you just backfill. Kind of the same method with this, but I'm gonna try a different approach. I got this at an antique store. You can find it on Amazon. Sometimes you can find these at Michael's, but they're the least expensive at antique stores. So we'll get started. So this is always something that I like to do for fun, just because this is, I think, something that folks like maybe in California, but it really, I don't think has spread much to Oklahoma. It's just more sculptural. So when you use a pin frog, you drive the stem down and then you bend it slightly so it really stays in place. I usually start with something larger, kind of an anchor item. And with these, I definitely have a side that I like better than the other side. That one's a little rough for the wear. There was this meme I saw with Michael Scott where he's like, sometimes I start a sentence and I have no idea where I'm going with it.
Sometimes.
Yeah, that's how I feel with sometimes my arranging. And just like everything else, just be patient and keep building. You can always take something out later. I think when I first started doing flowers, I wanted everything to, like, I wanted to feel confident about it from the beginning and like know what it was gonna look like before I got finished, and that's really not a thing. Like, you just have to work with your product and observe like the composition that you're drawn to. And the truth is when you have beautiful flowers, I mean, you can't screw it up. I mean, there may be like a style that you're not as drawn to, but it will still be beautiful. So if something's becoming messy or like troublesome, like that agonis, I just remove it. And I may try to introduce it again, but it wasn't working like in that moment. I like the scabiosa with straws because it's always upright, but it is tricky to remove them. There you go. If it's going to be somewhat hidden, I'll just keep the straw on just so I know that scabiosa doesn't sag on me or curve. This is where we're at so far. Now I have some of this darker lisianthus, or I'm sorry, astrantia, and I'm going to start bringing my darks. I felt like this was too on the same level. Composition's hard, it's such like a personal thing. Everybody has something that their eye's drawn to. But in general, like, you don't want things to be super crowded, especially with this style. And you don't want things to be on the same plane. So I'm concentrating these deeper tones. This is some leather leaf that I painted with Maroon Design Master. Burgundy is very, very similar in the color, so I think either one will work. I feel like the maroon has a little bit more plum and the burgundy is leaning more on the red spectrum. Okay, so I feel like I need a little bit here. That's the thing with pin cushions, you get more breathing room and it's acceptable to see the mechanic. Where it's foam or chicken wire, you always have to really fill it because it's not good to look at those things. And I'll sift through my product and find like the shade that I'm going for and the size. So this is some chocolate Queen Anne's lace. I think that's a really nice addition. I feel like I cut that a little bit short. I wish I had have maybe kept it a little bit longer. You see, I like how this comes out at you a little bit more. It kind of feels, Queen Anne's lace always feels like a, 4th of July firework. You know, the way it explodes. So I do like it kind of coming forward. So things always look good in groupings, especially with flower arrangements. So I have this painted greenery. I have these chocolate lisianthus. I have this burgundy astrantia. And so you can see how we're doing these groupings. I have a hole here and I'm not sure what I'm gonna fill with it, but I feel like something a little bit bolder, so I'm probably gonna go for one of these deep scabiosas, these dark burgundy ones. So I've said this in another video, a lot of burgundy scabiosa can come in with these lavender, it's almost like lavender pollen. If you don't like it, you can just pinch it off. So I love this color story, and I like that we have the light and we're like kind of graduating to that. Yeah, I think I'll look at it for a while and make a few adjustments. I still feel like this part is a little bit awkward, but it's just a matter of looking through your product and filling it and being patient. And when you use a pin cushion, you do need this floral putty or like really hardcore waterproof glue strips to secure it. This is my favorite kind of building because it forces me to have to really look at the product, look at the shape, and observe where it would naturally fit in the best place. It's, you know, a lot of times with wedding flowers, brides just want everything packed and spilling out, and so that takes less mental effort. But I think this feels a little bit more architectural. So when I start having things that are hidden, I will pull it out and adjust it. Like if something's being smashed or really hidden, then it needs to be moved or taken out of your arrangement. I find with pin cushions, it's like you have to play with the placement a little bit more than what you would with foam, because you have to hit that pin right and then curve it down. And maybe we'll get one more of these guys. So I think I have it where I want it. I like that I can kind of see in the bowl and you can see the water. I like it actually from all sides. We did this color blocking. Everything is very airy, like you can see through it. No major holes, but definitely airy and not as full as the centerpieces that I showed you at the beginning of the video. And with this, I feel like I use a lot less product. So I only have 2 roses, like 3 scabiosa, and probably 3 stems of lisianthus just broken apart. Probably half a bunch of astrantia, and then 2 chocolate Queen Anne's lace with maybe 3 sprigs of greenery. So if you have any questions or comments, then leave it below or email us or visit us at flowermoxie.com. Thank you so much.